spellcasters, and welcome to the Wizard's Lair, your hall of all things magical. I'm Eleonora.
And I'm Falconhoof. But first, let's peek into the wondrous magics of the future with visions from the crystal ball.
Yes, I'm beginning to visualize a wondrous building, built like no castle. One called
Piccadilly Arcade has been a part of Perth since 1938. The arcade was finished first, and the cinema was finished 1 month later. The cinema features a number of bas-relief sculptures of dancing girls, which were moulded by sculptor Edward Collar. The arcade and cinema were designed by William T. Layton and Alfred Baxter Cox. Over the years, Piccadilly has become one of the most popular cinemas for its cheap ticket prices, and yet remains one of the most aesthetically pleasing Art Deco styled cinemas in Perth. Piccadilly is definitely a place to see while you're in Perth.
What? What sorcery is this? What evil fantasy bewitches us? What are these ensorcelled things called movies?
I don't know, Falconhoof. Alchemy. Your ball reveals mystical, puzzling things of the future that stretch all comprehension.
It's like the future looks bleak. I see this thing as a manifestation of evil directed against mankind. Welcome back, fellow spellcasters, to the Wizard's Lair. I'm Falconhoof, and now in the dungeon we've received visitors, as foretold by the ball. Ambassador wizards from lands far, far away. So we'd like to welcome to the dungeon today wizards Marshall and Marshall. Welcome, wizards, to our fine dungeon here.
Thank you very much.
You come from lands far, far away. What land do you represent, Marshall?
Come from the country called Zambia. It's found in Central Africa. It's far, far away from this country.
Zambia? Oh, it's a place I haven't heard of. Tell me some more about your land, your king. How does he rule?
We do not have a king, but we have a president. We have to elect him. We as a people elect him every 5 years. So the power belongs to the people.
Oh, a country ruled by the people. I've never heard of such a thing. Wizard Marshall, tell me more about your lands. What beasts roam your plains? Do you have dragons?
Oh, no, my friend. No dragons, no. But we have plenty of animals, plenty. Starting from the elephants, the small crocodiles, usually big crocodiles. You can call those dragons of the water.
I see. Yeah. And so these animals, do they kill you? Are they dangerous?
Oh, yes. Many of them varies. The crocodiles, the big crocodiles can kill you. And then there are other small animals that never kill you. But yes, they can kill you.
So much like our lands here, you must respect and be careful with the animals of the
Oh,
land.
yes.
Now, Wizard Mosho, tell me about the things. What goods does your lands produce?
Oh.
What minerals do you have?
We've got lots of copper. You ever heard of copper?
Copper? No, strange new material. Tell me about this
It's a
copper.
brownish material you can use to conduct electricity or transfer electricity.
What? Not using your hands or a wand?
No, not using your hands.
Yeah.
My friend, not using your hands.
And what sort of crafts and things do you make in your land? Marshall, tell me some of
Oh, crafts.
the goods.
Oh, there are goods such as, sugar. This magical powder that sweetens things. This magical powder that you can use for, feeding, using it in food stuff. Oh man, plenty of good stuff, plenty.
Now, you have a lot of magic and wizardry in your land, do you, Marshall?
Yes, we do. Lots of magic, my friend. Flying coffins, people flying on spoons. Yes, scary stuff.
Flying on spoons.
Yes.
And your most powerful wizards, are they men or women or?
Oh, women are the strongest wizards. I would
Yes.
say witches.
It's like here, yes. They like to rule everything. I'm always I shouldn't talk too loudly, she can hear me up there. So, how long will you be travelling to our land for? Are you spending some time here? Will you share some magic with us later on?
No, it's too dangerous to share magic in here. I don't want to destroy this place. I respect this place.
The dungeon does get quite a lot of damage done to it with some of our visiting warlocks. But tell me more about your land. What are the people like? What do you like to do?
People there are mostly based on unity, family life, You have to support your family. That's the basic thing there.
Yes, you have to do whatever it takes to support your family. When you have to fly on a spoon to go steal, you have to do it. That's how it goes.
It sounds like a wonderful, magical sort of a place. And so the people from here, they're full of happiness? Are they happy people? You have no king, so maybe it's easy to be happier there, yes?
Yes, easier, I would say. Yes.
Sometimes here in our land, the kings and the ruling people can do more harm than good. So what is your favorite spell? Tell me, Marshall. I know you can't do it here, but what is
Can't
it?
do it here, yes. But if I hate you, I'd like to turn you into a frog. That's my speciality.
Turning people into frogs?
Yes,
Well,
a dumb frog.
that one doesn't happen to me. Do you use a stick? Do you have a wand?
Just use my hands. Cast a spell on you.
It sounds like an incredibly amazing place and somewhere I would like to go at some point. Thank you, gentlemen, visiting sorcerers from a land far, far away. Thank you for visiting with us today.
You're welcome, my friend. It's always a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
But now we will return to the main hall in Eleonora and see what she has for us now. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Wow, fascinating. I cannot wait to meet those powerful women. But now, a concern faced by every wizard and witch. Have you ever been fighting off a family of orcs and run out of magic spells? Well, let's look into the ball and learn how wizards of the future fight the fearful spells of jiu-jitsu.
This is as it seems, a group of people practicing martial arts. However, this form of martial arts is focused on defending, not attacking. Known as Jiu-Jitsu, it is one of the rarest and most intense forms of martial arts being taught today, and is done so at the school of Yan de Jong. Currently taught at the top of the Atrium building on the corner of King Street and St George's Terrace, it is now located in the very heart of Perth CBD. Yan's teachings and the school's traditions have been upheld throughout 2 generations. His daughter, Maggie de Jong, continues teaching at the school with partner Paul Connolly, who currently holds the highest ranking belt in the Yan de Jong's Jiu-Jitsu grading system, having been taught by the man himself.
The school started in 1952, and originally Yan de Jong learnt from 2 Japanese brothers in Indonesia, so the style of Jiu-Jitsu, particularly that we teach, it came from Japan.
What was it like being taught under Yan de Jong back in the day when you first started?
It was great. I remember him. He seemed like an old bloke at the time, but we became good friends and eventually good mates. It was pretty inspiring. We were really the first martial arts school in Australia, so it was pretty exciting times. We're teaching jiu-jitsu, aikido and swordwork. They're our mainstays. We do offer courses from time to time, so like women's self-defense courses or stick courses, all different weapons when it's required.
Students adorn their white gis with their respective belts, colours based on the level of their training. There are several levels of belts that can take years to learn and to be earned to be worn. The students line up according to their belt colour. The highest rank calls are quiet in Japanese. This is the time where students relax and forget about their day's worries, aiming to focus their energy solely in the dojo. The sensei directs proceedings, demonstrating certain moves based on their class's experience. Students at beginner levels are taught moving out of the way of an attack and using the momentum of an attacker's force and turning it into an advantage. Pressure points, hand positions, and body position and momentum are crucial. Tagging out when the pain threshold is being reached and safe ways to fall are all taught. Gradings are the pathway for students to obtain higher distinction belts. Demonstrations like the kata, as well as defensive manoeuvres and safety codes are all part of the procedure. Gradings such as this one show the discipline can become quite intense.
We're looking really for one technique solution rather than competition fighting, which is jumping into a ring and going for 3 or 4 minutes. That's a different thing altogether. I guess the main thing that this school contributes is that we have a system, whereas a lot of styles are made up. So we have a history that people can follow, not only for people like the army or corporate bodies, but also for the general public.
It's sort of hidden away. Here we are on the atrium level of the city building, and it's like a secret club, isn't it? Yeah.
And what do you like about jiu-jitsu?
The exercises.
Well, I look forward to it every day. It's a good stress reliever in some ways, but also it teaches you a lot of focus.
As Yan de Jong once remarked, whilst it has its physical aspirations, the art of jiu-jitsu can be applied not only to the martial arts, but to the art of living. With the school still thriving, the Yan de Jong system looks to continue teaching and attributing to many new students' lives in the same way.
Well, Falcon Hoof, you're always being ambushed by raiders. Have you ever thought about maybe jiu-jitsu as an art of self-defense? Maybe you could think about learning some of the curious art of those times to come.
No, thanks, Eleanor. I'm going to stick with things that I know, like casting spells and fireballs, thank you very much. But sadly, that's all the time we have. The ball is growing weak, so we cannot look into the magic orb any longer this evening. But thank you for joining us here at the Wizard's Lair. And to finish off this evening, we'll enjoy the Balladeers singing a song called Crafted Lines, along with their merry troupe, The Waiting for Bliss. Farewell, faithful viewers. Farewell, fellow spellcasters. Join us again at the Wizard's Lair sometime soon.
Proud like the ocean, you take up every space. You move with force and grandeur. What you lack is worth and grace. You take up every space, fill it to the brim, force everyone else against the walls as you